right, welcome back to lesson number 2 of the 25 lessons I've learned in 25 years of real estate. All right, lesson number 2 that I learned really quickly is that you have got to make the customer the most important person in your life. This cannot be about you. You're going to interview at real estate companies, and you're going to change real estate companies throughout your career, and you're gonna, sometimes the real estate companies are gonna leave you before you leave them. I mean, these things happen, but you have to pick a real estate company based on your customers' needs and the level of service and commitment you're gonna make to your customer. It cannot be all about you, all about what's in it for you, what are they gonna give you. This business is wrought with brokerages out there that capitalize on the inherent greed we have as human beings and the need for people to go out and seek out things for themselves. That is a bad thing. You've got to show up to any interview with the brokerage and say, what's in it for my customer? Because if you put your customer first, then your business will thrive. If your customer believes, even for a second, that you are at the brokerage you're at because you're getting the highest split that was available, or because they gave you the coolest office, or whatever perks it was that was for you that doesn't benefit the customer, then you're going to lose listings. But when you could show up to a listing presentation or work with a buyer and tell them that you are at that company because after extensive research you found that this company that you're at now is the best place to deliver the best results, the best safety, best security to the customer. And the customer will come back to you over and over and over again. So it comes down to, what is the seller's value proposition? If they were to list with you today, what are they going to get? What is the benefit of listing with you and your company? If they were to list with a different company, what would they lose in contrast? If they were to have a problem in the transaction, there was an issue in the transaction, a legal issue came up, would the company be strong enough to be able to shepherd them and you through that to ensure that the customer doesn't get left out in the cold? So, for example, a good question is, what's the financial stability of the company? Will the company be around for a long time in the event there's a problem that arises? Will you be available after the closing of the transaction? Will the company be available? I mean, these are all real simple things. But how about this? If we look at this basic premise that when you're a seller, that exposure creates demand and demand creates price, then as a seller, a home seller, I should seek out and find the agent who can get the most eyeballs on my property, get the most buyers to look at my property, to come out and view my property, and then make an offer. If I can get more eyeballs on the property, present the property better to the open marketplace, then maybe I'll get better offers or more than one offer and be able to negotiate a better sales price. Only makes sense. Yet there are companies out there that have almost no seller value proposition, and it's all about what they're going to pay the realtor. And this sounds self-serving because I'm at a full-service brokerage, but it's not. It's about the customer. This is where your head has to be. So if you're on a listing presentation, you have the most powerful seller value proposition that's going to get them the most exposure, that will yield them the best possible price and the best safety and security to get them out of that house in a timely manner and on with their life and get the buyer moved in and happy, then that's the right company. If it's about your commission split, or if it's about the perks or whatever you were given, or the downline model or the MLM stuff, then that's not anything. There's nothing there for your customer. So no one would show up to a listing presentation or even a buyer presentation and say, you should list with me because I'm on 100% commission, or you should buy a house from me because I have a 10 levels of downline in my profit sharing program at my company. None of this matters to your customer. And this is where our industry has gotten heavily disconnected from what it was founded upon. It was founded upon doing a great job helping buyers and sellers sell their home or buy a home and keeping them safe and building long-term referral business from these folks. Not from what's in it for me and maybe I can go and build a downline or grind my broker for the highest split. Who cares about my customer? And if something goes wrong, I'll just find another broker. Look, I'm not saying all the realtors are that way, but if you look around even on YouTube or on the internet, you're gonna find there are companies that have just abandoned the entire customer focus. So with that, make your customer number one. Put your customer first. Care more about them than you do yourself. When you go to a listing appointment or you're just out prospecting and knocking doors, ask as many questions as you can and be genuinely and sincerely interested in these people, their objectives, their goals, and their dreams, and then work tirelessly to help them achieve those. If you have any other motivation, then just don't be in the business. Make the customer first in every possible aspect that you can. With that, I'm going to go answer these texts now. So thanks for watching and stay tuned for episode number 3. Bye.